All right, babes, let's get into this story time. I have so much fun with story time with you, babes. So I say, you know what? We're going to do another story time today. So anyway, all right, let's just get right into it. I already did my eyebrows. Remember, my eyebrows are like sisters, sometimes cousins. They are not twins. And I just laid my concealer. That was it. Everything I'm using, I'm really going to try to have it in the description box for you, babes. So let's just get into this story time. This is a first date story. So, and sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. I am looking down at my mirror. But so I met this guy on a dating app, and on this dating app, and we were kicking it. Like, I actually thought, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm having a little success. Like, anybody that has experienced anything off the dating app, it can be exhausting. And I'll just say that it can be exhausting, like really exhausting and not fruitful. And then there's people that I know that met off of dating apps and they're freaking married right now. So, but I just haven't had a lot of luck. But anyway, we were hitting it off though. I was like, oh, he was like cool or whatever. We were busting it up every day, talking on the phone. We never like video chatted, I don't think, but we exchanged like socials, like social media accounts. And yeah, I felt like it was good. He wanted to go out to a restaurant. He did ask me like on an official date. And which was cool. I ended up not being able to go on the date because like that, it was just a lot going on that weekend. We scheduled it for a Sunday, and it was just a lot going on that weekend. So unfortunately, I had to cancel it. He was very understanding about it, and we continued to talk after that. I gave my reason, like this is why I really can't go out. I appreciated that he was understanding and he didn't kind of like fall off after I like was forced to cancel. I really could respect that. So we kept busting it up. So at this point, so the cancel date was supposed to be on Sunday. So I would say like Monday-ish, Monday or Tuesday, I contacted him like, hey, I know, like, you know, I had to postpone our date, you know, and I feel bad about that. I really would like to hang out with you. We can do something like not as official, because the first date was planned at like a really nice restaurant. And I said, since it's going to be during the week, let's just go to like a sports bar and just like have some, a little bit of drink, some like appetizers. It's something real like unofficial, chill. He's like, yeah, like we can definitely go. He picked the place. It was a place that I am familiar with. I haven't been in years, but I was like familiar with the place. And we were good. Like, it was funny because he did confirm, like, are we definitely going? Which I get, like, sis, you already like canceled on me once. So we end up like I get there. And it wasn't like a catfish. He did look like he was supposed to look per his pictures. And like we sit down and there's a menu there. It's like, you know, they have like the bar menu, and then they have the food menu, and then they have like the cocktail menu. Or like beer list or wine list or whatever. So I was like, oh, like I'm hungry. Like I haven't ate all day. Like I want to get some food. And he like, oh, so you eat everywhere you go? And I'm like, well, yes. And I just start thinking, I'm like, yo, with all my girls or whoever I don't remember in my adult life going to a place that was like for a social event and I wasn't able to eat. Like, I literally, if food is not involved, Maria is not there. It was just like, what, I can't even talk. Like, Yes, like I'm gonna eat or whatever. So mind you, we're like kind of laughing this off because I'm just like, at this point, I'm flabbergasted. Like, yes, girl, I eat, I eat, I eat. So he's like, oh, okay, or whatever. So I ordered the crab dip. I ordered the crab dip, and then he was like eyeing some wings. But he was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna get the wings or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, we can I made sure he ate like seafood or whatever. He's like, yeah. So I'm like, we could just share the crab dip, and then I'll get for my entree, I'll get the 3 cheese grilled cheese and then have some like tomato and bacon added. He like, cool. He's like, yeah, just order that, and then if I want, I'll order later, I guess. I think he said something like, I'll order later for my, I'll order later for my, sorry, my beauty blender fell. I'll order later for my wings. So I'm like, cool, okay. So the crab dip comes out. He starts like eating on that, which was totally fine. Like, it's an appetizer. It's for sharing. And then my entree comes out because it's just a grilled cheese. I mean, it's pretty easy and like a quicker meal to cook or whatever. So it comes out, and I'm like eating it. I'm eating it kind of slow because at this point, like, the crab dip came with like some little bread pieces. So I was kind of like getting a little full off of that. So I was like eating slower than normal. I eat so fast, y'all. Like, even on the first date, my mom be cracking up like, Maria, you really eat like that on the first date? Yes, I do. But so I'm eating the grilled cheese or whatever, and it's cut in half. Like how you cut your kids in half for sandwich. That's how it is. So I'm like, I'm eating that. I don't know why. It's not like, I don't like how this is blending out. So then he's like, I'm gonna name him Derek. Derek is like, oh, can I have some? And I'm just like, I guess like, although I'm greedy, I'm like probably one of the greediest people ever. I'm greedy and everything, but at the same time, like, I'm a sharer. Like, I share food. So I'm like, I guess like my natural instinct was like, yeah, you can have some. And then he took half my sandwich. He took half my sandwich, y'all. Like, so this was definitely a story where I called all my girlfriends and was just like, y'all, he took half my sandwich. Like, he ate it. He ate half my sandwich. I know I look like probably like mudded out right now, or it's gonna come together, I promise. But yeah, he was just like, can I have? I'm like, bro, it's a grilled cheese and I only had half. Bro, like what? So at this point, y'all, I got an attitude. And it's one of those, like, since he didn't know me, he wouldn't know I had an attitude. Because it's our first date. He doesn't know me. But my whole mood changed. Like, I'm like, this dude really just ate my sandwich. My grilled cheese, it's not a lot, bro. It was a kid's meal, basically. I'm like, what in the world? So, I only had one drink. He just had one drink. So, I'm like, okay, like, I'm on a date, I gotta get out of this little funk. Because I honestly don't know how to take what just happened. I don't even know, like, how to really feel. And so I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. We start talking about like basketball or whatever. And I'm a basketball fan. I'm a basketball sister. My little brother plays ball, and like, I'm really, really involved. So like, I know a thing or two about basketball. So we kind of was talking about that, and he played like in college. So it was an interesting conversation. It was something that we could discuss and debate a little bit, but in a friendly way. So at that point, I'm just like, I'm just gonna try to make the best of it. Like, and in my head, I'm always thinking like, all you overthinkers out there, you probably go through this. I'm like, am I overthinking? Am I overthinking? Am I overthinking? Like, should I be mad? Should I not be mad? Like, is he broke? Is he broke? Should I be thinking about this right now? Like, that's what was going through my head or whatever. So we're kind of like debating. We're kind of like debating or whatever. And then he just asked for the check. And I'm like, okay, so you eat my sandwich, and you eat half my sandwich. Let me not. You eat half my sandwich, and then you freaking ask. Then you ask for the check without even. It's for me. It's just etiquette. It's just etiquette. Even if it was vice versa, like you don't. I wouldn't even have, if I was even ready to go, I would not have asked for the check without checking with him if he wanted anything else. It's just something that you just do. Like, it's, even if I wasn't on a first date, if I was with my mama, you know, like, it's just something that you, it's just something that you do. Like, hey, do you want something else? Because I was going to ask for the check. He just asked for it. So I'm like, okay. And like before we left or whatever, of course, like at this point I'm just playing it off because I don't know how to feel, and I know I'm definitely one of those women that can like take it and run with it. Like I overthink it. At this point he just stole my whole meal in my mind, like, you know, just overreacting. So I really like, I've learned over, like, as I've gotten older, just to like process things and not like react immediately. So I so we went to the car or whatever. He walked me to my car. I said, "Oh my gosh, have a good night." You know, the basics, have a good night or whatever. And then he's like, yeah, he texted me. So it was really close to my home where we went. And I remember getting a text message from him like, "Hey, like I really had a good time." And I'm like, I think I lied and said, like, well, did I lie, Maria? Like, did I have a horrible time? No, not a horrible time, but I'm such a foodie, y'all. Like, when it comes to food, like, it's a maker or a breaker. Like, it really, I could really be upset about it. Because I'm really just a foodie. Don't touch my food. Only person that's touching my food is not Roby. And that's because she's my daughter. But anyway, I was just like, oh yeah, I enjoyed myself too. So like, of course, as soon as I get in the house, I call my mom like, Mom, he ate my food. And she like, what? She laughed so hard. Like, he ate half my sandwich. And then the kicker, okay, so I don't know if I made this clear. He never got the wings. He never ordered the wings. He never ordered another like appetizer. He never ordered any food for himself. Nothing. So me and my mom, like, she made, like, I don't know, she made me laugh about it too. Like, we was just sitting there cracking up about it or whatever. So then the next day I'm working and I'm talking to some colleagues and I'm like, you know, what are you guys having for lunch? Because I'm so hungry. And I'm like, why am I so hungry? I'm normally not this hungry. And then I remember he ate half my sandwich. So around the same time that I'm questioning my colleagues, like, what y'all eating for lunch? I just need some vision, like what I'm going to order. He's texting me like, hey, good morning, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, it's people in my house so loud right now. I'm so sorry. So I'm like, I said, yeah, I'm really hungry right now because you ate my food last night. And he was like, what? I'm like, you ate half my sandwich last night. And then he was like, okay, well, next time I'll keep my hand on my next plate, my own plate. And I said, that's the thing. You never had a plate, bro. So we both like he kind of like laughed it off. I think he said like a LOL, like noted or something like that. And I didn't hear from him again. So fast forward about a month later, I get a random text from him saying with the eyes. It was like 8 o'clock at night. And I got a random text with the eyes. Like, you know, the emoji with the two eyes. Like, usually you're doing that trying to see, like, what's up. Like, what's up? And so, you know, like, the eyes, it's just like, what's up? Like, what's up with you? Or whatever. So, I'm like, no, he didn't. You kind of like, I mean, I never tried to reach out to him, but you stopped talking to me. Well, I kind of stopped talking to him too, but whatever. He should have reached out to me. He ate my sandwich. And then I was just like, you got half my, I responded to him, to the eyes, and I said, you got half my sandwich? And he was like, what? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then he tried to call me, and I didn't answer, and then I didn't hear from him again. But it was just like, why me, y'all? I always got like, this one is just more funny though. This is not a date that would discourage me from like dating though, because there are some like experiences where it's like so a mess that it doesn't even, I be to the point like I'm not even dating anymore. Like I'm not interested in dating anybody. Like I'm just giving up on love. Like I'm pretty sure we've all felt that way if you're single, especially right now. And the dating out here is just weird. I'll just say that. But it didn't discourage me. And honestly, I know this may seem a little weird, but it really made me laugh. It gave me like something. Oh my gosh, like come on, what's going on? It gave me something to chuckle about. Like, and honestly, I would be friends with this guy just so I can laugh. We can laugh about it. I don't think we would ever make it. And it's not only because of that. It's other things too. Like, I just don't think it would work. But, like, as friends, like, I feel like that'll be the foundation of our friendship. Like, remember that time you ate my sandwich and you was trying to date me? I feel like that'll be, like, a great, like, start of a friendship. But he's probably mad. Like, yo, she really mad about that grilled cheese. Like, I don't even understand. And of course, I told all my girlfriends, and they like, a sandwich is not shareable. Like, he shouldn't have ate your sandwich, and he ordered nothing for himself. Like, you already know what that means. Like, it's screaming broke to me. And I'm like, I can't say that he's broke. I can't say that. Like, the conversations that we had, like, it seemed like he was really driven, and he had just purchased a car the week before. He had just purchased a car. Because, like, while we were talking on the phone, like, you know, getting to know each other, we talked a lot. Like I said, we was vibing. He would be at the dealership, and, you know, you got to go back and forth sometime, like, trying to get the right, like, number for the car or whatever. So he did just buy a car. But my thing is, and not to be, you know, ignorant or anything like that, but these are your funds. So if you know that you don't have funds to be going out, why would you go out with me? I don't have any issue with a person saying, you know what, this is not a good week for me. Mommy, I know. Mommy, talk about me. I'm not talking about you, my love. You just walked in on a conversation with my babes. You're the best mommy. Aw, you're so sweet. What do you want? Me? Yeah. Me? You want something? I'm the best mommy. Oh, thank you, my love. You're the best mommy for doing makeup. For doing makeup? I hate when I feel like my lashes look different. I think these are actually 2 different lashes, but these gonna have to work. I'm running late. But yeah, so like, I mean, I hate to feel inconsiderate or come off that way, and babes, I hope I'm not coming off that way to you all, but like, it's not my job to clock your funds. Like, you're not my husband. We're not in like a relationship where I would know what your pockets look like. We're not in that type of situation, so I wouldn't know that. Like, so he could have easily just said, you know what, this is not going to be a good week for me. Like, I took care of a lot of business, and like, it's just better if we don't, you know, I think we'll have a better experience if we do it another week. But what I was really confused at, the first restaurant that he wanted to take me to was a very nice restaurant. Like, you're going to spend something. So I'm just like, what is it? This is what you do? You're just cheap? And one thing about me, y'all, I can't stand a cheap man. Now, with certain things, I understand. Like, it's okay to budget and do all that type of stuff. But a cheap man that don't even want to buy his own wings that was $10, and instead you eat your date's meal, like, I can't. And there's people out there like that. Like, it's not like a real money thing with them. It's more of a, like, why would I do that if I could just do that? Like, that type of person. And it's just like, that's not gonna work. So yeah, that is what happened. Like, and I feel like it's crazy, guys. I gotta find my my red lipstick. I'll be right back on. All right, I couldn't find the my Stila red lipstick. It's my ultimate favorite. Oh my gosh, I don't know where it is, and I'm about to freak out. I don't know. And that's what I changed bags, and I gotta find that. So I'll settle for this from Ofra. Alright, I'm still gonna keep trying. I'm not giving up on love. I know my man is out there somewhere. But that's all I have for you, babes. Like, it's funny. I hope y'all can laugh. And I'm not really mad at him. It's just that I do want to ask him one more time just to laugh about it. Where's the other half of my sandwich? If I see him in the street, I'm asking him for the other half of my sandwich. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. What is the craziest date that you, like, first date that you've been on? I've had 2 already that's like super weird. But yes, and if you haven't, hit the bell so you can stay alerted with my new content. I have so much coming to you, babes. Thank you so much for sitting with me. I am running late, so I have to go. Bye, babes. Love you all.